And action.
All right.
So she was chasing me.
Okay. Stop. A lot of people have been asking how we met. So we're going to tell you guys.
It's a great story. I end up getting the girl. Came over to my friend's house in Toronto because there was going to be a party.
Uh-huh.
And I go upstairs, not interested in any girls. Interested in girls, but not
Interested in guys?
No. So I go upstairs to their apartment. There's this really cute chick wearing a neon shirt.
And where was I?
I don't know. So I go upstairs to my buddy's condo, and there's this beautiful girl in a neon shirt. And
I love that shirt. I haven't thrown that shirt out just because.
Yeah.
You liked it.
I know. I'm
I
using.
haven't worn it in 10 years.
I still have, like, for some reason I get really nostalgic about the things I wore on special moments.
You get nostalgic about everything. The amount of things that you friggin' pack rat. This guy's the biggest pack rat.
Yeah, but I've gotten better. But I still have. But anyways, I've like the shirt that when Frankie was born, I still have that shirt. Doesn't fit me because I expanded.
So he shows up at the party.
Yeah.
I was at the party because I had a crush on his friend.
I was seeing that girl anyway, so I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to meet anyone special.
His friend introduced us, the one that I had a crush on. He introduced us, and at the time I had blinders on because I only liked that guy. So I do remember thinking he was handsome. He seemed really tall. You're 6'1", right?
Yeah.
6'1". Yeah, and I'm 5'4". But he seemed really tall, and I remember being really intimidated by him for some reason. I was like, I don't know why. I felt like I was so intimidated by you. You were just, you were just like, hey, what's up? I had never gone for a guy like Swav before. Like you were not like visually. That wasn't usually the type that I went for. Like the tattoos and the.
Good looking.
At the time, I didn't really think too much. Just a good-looking guy. Scared of him.
Yeah. The only thing I really remember is for some reason we broke into dance.
Yeah, right. We did start dancing at one point.
Yeah, we're going to a bar somewhere with a group of friends, so we were having a few just pre-drinks, and there was some song going on, but the one thing I do remember from that was we just broke into a little dance, and I remember dipping you, but it was like still the whole time, this wasn't like a flirty thing.
No, it wasn't a flirty thing at all.
You know what I mean?
It was just like we had fun. Like right from the get-go, after I stopped being scared of him. We
had fun.
We had a good time.
That's pretty much it for the rest of that night that I recall from. This is 14, 15 years ago now.
Yeah, and his band was really big. At that point, your band was really big, but I thankfully hadn't heard of them because if I had been a super fan, who knows how I would have played out. But I hadn't heard of them before, so I was kind of just like normal guy. Hey, what's up?
I actually preferred when everybody knew about us. I preferred that kind of natural and genuine encounter.
So after the bar, we get back and everyone's still hanging out. And then the guy that I liked ended up passing out. And Swav and I ended up talking for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
We just talked. And all I remember is thinking like, this is so easy. Like this flow of conversation is incredibly easy. He was just really easy to get along with. We were joking around a bunch and there's no awkward pauses or anything. It just felt really easy. Super easy. But still at the time I wasn't thinking like, ooh, I like him. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was just thinking this guy's awesome. Like he's super fun and easy to get along with.
The next day we're talking I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, you got a good one. This is a really cool chick. You should pursue this. This makes sense. Like because well, let me look at this. Without speaking to somebody, you can say that they're attractive, but then when you get to talk to them and get to actually know them, all that could fall apart. I thought she was awesome as well, and with my friend, I really encouraged him to pursue
your wife.
To pursue my wife. How weird does that sound?
Spoiler alert: he didn't.
Nope.
When you left, we exchanged BBMs.
Yeah, back in the BlackBerry days.
It was back in the BlackBerry days, so we exchanged BBMs, got each other's pins.
Have I been sitting like this the whole time? Just, it's like, just like wrapped
We're not starting over, so
just wrapped her arm. Like, what the heck is going on here?
But yeah, we exchanged BBMs again, nothing. And it's not like I was seeing the guy anyways. We were literally friends that had a crush, like maybe a crush on each other. But we weren't seeing each other. It wasn't anything serious. But
like level one, the attraction, yeah. Yeah, so I went off on tour for 6 months or whatever, and
this was around right after Christmas. I was in Streetsville, which is where their band was from. And I was at a house party, and one of our friends said, "Hey, the Ill Scarlet guys live around here. That'd be so cool if they came to the party." And I was like, well, I have Swav on DBM, so so why don't I just shoot him a quick message and see if they're around? So I texted him for the first time since that night when we had talked, and I just said, "Hey, we're at a party in your hood, and it would be super fun if you guys came out." So he got back to me immediately.
I was on tour board, and
and he was like, "Shoot, I think you guys were in London." He's like, "We're in London, so we can't come out right now, but we're filming a music video on Monday, and we need girls for it. So if you would like to be in the video, then like by all means, come on out." I was supposed to work on Monday, and I worked with my sister. So I immediately called my sister and I was like, "I'm not working on Monday. You have to take my shift."
I'm going to be in a music video.
I'm going to be in a music video. Yeah. I thought it'd be fun to hang with him again. So yeah, my sister, God bless her, she took my shift. And I went on Monday to the music video, and it was downtown Toronto. And it was freezing because it was January. It was all outside. And I remember not knowing what the heck. I was like, if I have to like booty shake or something, I'm out. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what they were going to end up wanting me to do. But I ended up literally, we'll show a little clip on here on the video. I ended up literally freezing my arse off for the entire day, but basically just to hold a sign for Cardinal Official.
I actually kind of felt bad. I was like, this. She came down for all this for such a
massive role.
Yeah, for the silly role. Her and my sister were actually opposite of each other in this sign holding a part of the video. It was silly, but she came out, and then that's when I was like, damn, she's really, really cute, and she was really fun, and it was good sport about the whole thing.
And I remember I was freezing. See, I couldn't wear a jacket. I was just wearing that like bright shirt and pant and jeans. And you kept coming over to me with the Canada Goose jacket and wrapping me in that, and you were keeping me warm and
part of the plan.
It was nice. You dropped me off at home, and after that, you like invited me to shows and stuff, and I started coming out to shows. I just wanted to be around them. They were so much fun. But still, at that point, I had like maybe a bit of a crush on you, but it was still pretty platonic. Like we were just friends, you know?
I was definitely attracted. It was platonic, but I thought she was hot. Started hanging out more and more. And then when I realized that there was some feelings developing, then I reached out to my friend who was at that point abroad. I said, like, I've been hanging out with Kare, and she is just as awesome as she was when I met her. I just wanted to get the approval that there was nothing left between them. I got the approval. Then I asked again. He said, "Stop asking me." Like, there's nothing there. Honestly, by all means, go for it. That'd be awesome, because my last relationship was awful.
We started hanging out. There was one point when I said that I didn't want anything more than friends, and that was because I had just gone through, I could feel that it was heading into that direction.
Yeah, totally.
And I had just gotten out of a 2-year-long relationship, and after that relationship, I promised myself that I would never date anyone again unless I thought I could see myself marrying them. And because I just did not want to go through another breakup. It was devastating. I saw it going in that direction, and I was like, I gotta pump the brakes here. Like, I really just want to, be friends and get to know you better. And I was very, very, very hesitant to get back into anything
because of the very intense relationship that I had. Same thing. I was like, I do not want to get one of these again. So when I sensed you pulling back, it definitely kind of bummed me out a little bit. Didn't want to seem like
desperate.
Desperate or anything, because it wasn't that. I was like, I didn't want at least the friendship to completely dissolve, but I felt the pullback. You could tell when you're starting to get a little ghosted. And I'm like, all right, this is a little weird. The response, you know, the weird texting, and then and we had the conversation. I was like, I'm not really looking for anything serious either, you know, just.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
I'm also not interested.
Yeah. No, but I wasn't looking for like serious.
No,
it was just up to that point, it was like, oh, it seemed like it was fun, and we could build, like we could grow from there. You know, it wasn't like I wanted to get into like be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Marry me.
We ended up hanging out to go sunglass shopping. Took me downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
And then also there was Mary.
Yeah, we don't even mention it. There was a band. There was a band playing that honestly I could not care less about, but because we had the same agent, I ended up getting like some whatever VIP free whatever, you know, backstage nonsense, and I was like, "Do you want to go see this band?" Like, why this band? In my head, I'm like, this is such a lame thing to go see, but it was something to do, and it was cold, and you know, so yeah, we went out. We went for our sunglass terrible concert date, and on the way back, we took the GO train. Mm-hmm. And we had like a really, really good, deeper conversation.
We had a really deep conversation. We talked about how we both grew up with very little in terms of material things.
Yeah, like not too much money and stuff.
Yeah, we just connected over all that stuff. You open up about losing your dad when you were 10 to cancer, and there was a lot of opening up and a lot of deep conversation. That
seemed to have connected us.
Yeah.
Reconnected us anyways.
I remember having this exact thought in my head, like when we had this conversation, I thought, oh my God, is this actually someone that I could marry? Because before that, I just kind of thought of him as a nice rock and roller. He's like a band guy, but I didn't really ever consider him someone that I would potentially have something long-term with. But as soon as we had that conversation, I remember thinking, am I gonna marry this guy? What?
I didn't know she was thinking that.
Well, just like the fact that I could potentially marry him made me more open to actually maybe pursuing a dating relationship with him. So, yeah, from there,
it pretty much snowballed. but that was like the weird turning point, because when she started pulling back, it was like, oh man, like I got to play this right, because in my head I was like, I didn't want to dissolve this and like push her away or turn her off in whatever way, but like I personally wasn't also looking for anything super serious. It felt like, I think there was like about a week break where we kind of like just not as much conversation and just like play it cool, whatever. And then, but after that, it's like when I felt, and obviously you felt the same way, that was like the reconnect that kind of put us on a path where we started making more plans. And
we didn't start dating until a good 3 months, I want to say.
We didn't really have an official, you're my girlfriend kind of date.
No, we chose March 20th because it's the first day of spring, and that was like kind of around the time.
And we went to New York City, had
time
further solidifying our connection. And then, come that summer, I proposed to you.
Yeah.
Also around the 20th.
Locked it down real quick.
Yeah, played them cards real smart. Very, very fast.
You proposed and then you went to China for a month. We didn't talk for like a month. We were so disconnected on the China trip because the timing is so different.
I remember that,
I remember there was like the one day you got back, it was just kind of weird. And we were like, ooh.
But that's what happens when you decide to get married after 5 months.
We were going to get married like very shortly after, and then we procrastinated the hell out of the wedding.
Not for...
And, well, we procrastinated, and then we started seeing how much money it was going to cost, and we said, let's do it next year.
Yeah. And then we did it.
And then we did it. We should also say our ages. So when we first met, 22 and 27?
Because you gave me that surprise birthday party, which... on my 28th, and it surprised me, and I am not a guy that loves surprises.
I pulled off like the biggest surprise ever for his birthday. I didn't realize he doesn't like surprises. We invited all of our friends, which at the time we were hanging out downtown Toronto, so it was a good amount of people.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought, wow.
We were going out a lot.
It completely threw me off.
He was so thrown off when he came in. Everyone was... You were shaking everyone's hands as they walked in, like, happy birthday. And he's like, happy birthday to you too.
So anyways, that was the 28th. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was 22. and 27.
Yeah, we got married when I was 25. How many years later did Frankie come?
Frankie.
We also procrastinated having children.
but it was good because we got to travel a lot.
We went to Europe for 3 weeks. We
like touring, like you came out to a lot of that stuff. So we had like a nice 5 years because
I got pregnant when I was 30. Probably had Frankie when I was 31. But anyways, that is the story of us.
That's how we met, and that's how I didn't blow it.
You almost blew it.
I almost blew it, but I did.